Okay, good Tuesday morning, everybody. This is the ODWO YouTube channel, and this is Dio. No relation to Ronnie James Dio, the guitarist. A little late getting the recording started, but as you can see, we started right here. It actually made the gap fill for the day of yesterday's close, Monday. There's a level off my Thinkorswim chart saying, guess what? That's exactly what it did. I made 2 trades today. Made $545. Kind of happy about that. This is my thumbnail. And I'll pull this back up at the end, but 2 trades, 31 seconds, 8:38 and 8:42, so I kind of waited around for those, but I did catch the high of the day. So for that, I am pretty happy about. Whoops, that's another thing I'm going to talk about. Just get rid of it all, Dean. Okay, my first trade is getting ready. Once this... Here's the high of the day, here's the low of the day of the range. It did make the gap fill. But what I'm doing here, there's a nuance that I always talk about. And something, the range halfback and the overnight halfback are right in this area. Once this thing breaks through, I'm about to jump in. Just watching. One thing I wanted to point out is I'm always looking at this. I'm kind of looking at this like, notice the size here. People are wanting to buy. Right there. They want to. There's now that, of course, it is at a lower strike, but there is some size coming up for people. If it gets that low, they're going to be buying. So here we are. About ready to break through the halfback level. In fact, where is my halfback? Monday's halfback was 1167.6. So that's going to be right up in here. The halfback of the range was a little bit lower than that. We're about right there now. It could go either way. But we'll see what happens, said the blind man. Today was pretty relaxed. Two trades, $545. I'm happy. There was a lot more money I think I could have taken, like the open range break coming down here, but then it would have zoomed back and could have caught me if I'm not quick enough. Okay, here we go. About to jump in. Any day now, Dean. I didn't. Actually, a little later than I wanted to be, but 27.90, and where I should have gotten in was about right here, which is, I guess, about where I got. It's a 27-second trade. 27.90, 2 contracts, 11.75 calls. Okay, we're screaming now.
Order partially filled.
Not bad. $2.05 per contract times 2, $410. Of course, I do have commissions to take out of that. My next trade is, I think I said 8:42. Not bad for 4 seconds. I actually was going to stop here, but I thought, no, maybe we do have some upside. But this was it for the day. After this, the future, I say the futures, the SPY and the Q started topping out. Right now they're kind of racing to high. SPY actually made it to Friday's close at 468.89. Q just kind of followed suit, but it didn't extend as much as the SPY.
1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100. 101. 102. 103. 104. 105. 106. 107. 108. 109. 110. 111. 112. 113. 114. 115. 116. 117. 118. 1
think I'm about to get into the 40. I'm going to go ahead and pull this forward a little bit. Get my second trade. Hope everybody has a Thanksgiving going on. I heard some turkeys talking, saying they were going to put out a sign that says, due to the shortage of merchandise and food, there will be no turkeys available. So I think that was a nice try on their part, of course. Okay, this is where I see it starting to pull back. If it can just break a little higher and show some momentum. When this thing here starts speeding up, I start either seeing green and white. Notice it's getting a little faster there. Consolidation, waiting, there I go. $30.45 per contract times 2, and I'm out 40 minutes later, 4 seconds later. Duh. And 30.45 to 31.15. It goes a little bit higher, but I'm kind of happy with the 5.45. Now the nice thing about this is that I'm taking it easy this week because we're going to be possibly taking a day trip. Not sure if we're going tomorrow or we're just going to leave on Thursday and go to a place we've been wanting to go. But also, this is the time of year when I have an eBay store. Some other videos I do want to put out sometime and talk about how I started them, how I maintain them, and of course selling, fees, things like that. But the big thing about buying and selling is that you see all these books, sure, sell on eBay. But the thing is, what do you buy to put there, and where do you find it? Those are things they don't really talk about in all these books or online because, one, my God, nobody wants to give away their source. I don't mind giving away a source because what I sell, I'm not really in competition with anybody. The only competition I have is me getting it listed and getting it sold. I don't need to be the highest one. I figure volume and price, after commissions, of course, is what matters. If you remember the Jack in the Box fast food restaurant, when they came out with the, I think it was a 99-cent Jumbo Jack, and they asked him, "But Jack, how can you sell them so cheap?" And he goes, "Volume." Well, that's kind of what I like to do. I like to buy low and sell high, but I don't have to be the highest thing that it sits there forever. One of my eBay stores is yearbooks. Yearbooks are a niche. How do you find them? And how do you know if you're paying too much or not? Well, I can tell you, unless it's a World War II smack in the middle of it, for people, say a Texas A&M yearbook, the Aggies, that's the most, I bought that for $25. And I turned around and sold that around Christmas time for $475. I've never done that again. I've sold a book or two for about $100, $150, I think. Other than that, I don't have to be the most expensive. If you can buy a yearbook anywhere from $5 down to $1, and if you got your little eBay app there, that's where you look online, you can find all kinds of things around to sell. Just use the eBay app and see what it is. And if you have Amazon app, use that. There's another one called Keepa, Keepa, which is a free app. You can actually scan a tag. Well, one thing I've been starting to get into now is a little bit more clothing. And you go to estate sales, first days, middle days, last days, depending on the company, you can find a lot of merchandise. Just got through going to a place out in Wallace, Texas, of all places. Estate sale. Sometimes those small town estate sales are great because, especially if it's a high-end small town, buy belts. You can get them for $1. Really nice ones, hardly used, and some of them still have the tags on it, so you sell it for new, but they're just trying to get rid of it. Ties. They're cheap to wrap up, box, package, and ship. That's why I like yearbooks. It's always media mail. I know I'm talking about a little bit something more than the stock going on right here, and if you look at it, I look like I'm about to make another buy, but no. I kind of held back, and notice where the price is right here. $29, and it's right here. If you look over here, notice the prices I'm at. These are over inflated prices. 4-second trade was right here. Amazing. Because of that inflated price, I'm saying, nah, I don't know. That almost tells me this thing's about to drop, and it does. Looking at the futures at that time. In fact, it's 10:32 my time. Market opened at 8:30, so that's 2 hours into the day. Funny thing about the market, at 9 o'clock, 9:30, and even up to 10, those are possible reversal times. If it's not going to be an imbalance day where it's kind of a range, if it's excess to the upside or the downside, now we're talking market profile. In fact, I kind of want to pull something up here about market profile and somebody that I listen to every night and in the morning. You don't have to, but this guy here, Paul Asmar. Now these are real, what I consider market profile. This is by a company called Window Trader, and this is the Window Trader Blue software, and I'm not getting any kickback or anything for doing this, or from Paul Asmar, because he only trades futures, in particular the ES. Same as my mentor that I keep talking about, and that's Jim Dalton. And also Peter Resnicek of shadowtrader.net. Between Paul, Peter, and Jim, they all use Window Trader, and Window Trader is just awesome. It may not look like much, but compared to a monkey bar chart, and let me pull up what most people are kind of looking at here. This is all Thinkorswim gives you is a monkey bar chart, and let's see if I can get that. Like here is today, yesterday, and then of course last week, and on like that. These have a lot of information in them, but I don't really consider, I know that people call these market profile, but no, I don't really consider a market profile at all. If anything, if I ever get the money, this is about $400 a month for the subscription. I'm going to get Window Trader Blue. Again, I'm not endorsing or getting a kickback. In fact, $400 a month is the software rental and a special data feed you get to use, which is bulletproof. And this is what Jim Dalton uses and all the ones I just mentioned. And Paul here was a floor trader, but also mentored under James Dalton. And same thing with Peter, also Jim Dalton was his mentor. This is the real deal. This shows you things that you don't get from a monkey bar. Now, having said all that, this is my day. 5:45, 4 seconds. This will be my thumbnail for the video. Not much of a video today, but this is what I did. I did miss the open. I like to say one and done, 27 seconds, and calling it two and done. Yeah, I guess so. But anyway, if I don't record a video and we go for a little day trip tomorrow or whatever we do, hope your Thanksgiving is good. Eat as much as you can. Myself, I'm a keto diet, and the day before Thanksgiving, 7 years ago, I started doing a ketogenic diet, but that's also another video maybe for another time. So eat all the sweet potatoes and pies and everything else, because me, I'm just a carnivore. And some green cruciferous vegetables, and that's about it. 20 carbs a day, I'm maxed. But anyway, having said that, I can always cook a ribeye and have a big salad and call that a turkey dinner for mine. Have a great one. Enjoy the week. There is trading on Friday. Not sure I'll be trading there either. It just depends on what's going on. But anywho, bid you adieu. Happy Tuesday, and if you made as much as I did today or more, I salute you. And if you made a green day at all, salute yourself, look in the mirror, and smile, be happy. Happy Thanksgiving. Be thankful for what you have, because you can't take it with you. Have a good one all.